Good day, folks. So the Osmo Pocket has been out for about a year now. It was announced in late November of 2018 and it started shipping about mid-December. It was about this time last year that everybody started to receive their units. It became a very popular gift for Christmas, and rightfully so. This is actually a pretty incredible little camera for the price. It was quite unique in the fact that it had a built-in gimbal. There wasn't really anything like it on the market in this size of a package. As we move closer to Christmas this year, this is still quite a popular item, and I know there's going to be a lot of people getting these under the tree this year. Now, with that said, over the last couple weeks, I've had a lot of emails from people asking what kind of accessories they should get for an Osmo Pocket. Most likely they want them as gifts to put under the tree, or perhaps they know they're getting one and they want to know what kind of gear they should get for it. Over the past year, I've reviewed lots of accessories for the Osmo Pocket, but I've never really put them together into one video. So in this video, we're going to go over the ultimate Osmo Pocket accessory kit. Perhaps you're looking for gift ideas, or maybe you've picked up an Osmo Pocket yourself this holiday season and you're just wondering what kind of gear you should pick up. So let's just jump right in and take a closer look. So in this video, we're going to take a look at some of my favorite gear for the Osmo Pocket. The Osmo Pocket is an incredible little camera for the price, and with some extra gear, it takes its capabilities even further. So first off, we should start with a case. This one here is one I've been using for my Osmo Pocket. It's by PGY Tech. This is kind of a multi-purpose case, but it's actually the perfect size for the Osmo Pocket and some gear to go along with it. You can see there it's got a handle at the top, so that makes transport easy, and it's not overly big, so this thing can still stuff in a carry-on if you're traveling, or it can fit inside a backpack or some luggage. So let's just open it up here and we'll take a look inside the case to see how it's organized. So you can see here the case is customizable. It's got all these different dividers in it that are Velcro, so you can move things around depending on what you want to put inside. At the top here you can see we have a flap, and it's great for storing accessories. We can turn that over. You can see here we have another pocket at the top. You can put whatever you need up in there. And it's got these straps here, which is great for holding cabling and little parts. Now I'm going to show you a variety of different components here, some of my favorite things for it. Depending on what you're going to be using your Osmo Pocket for, a lot of the stuff may not be necessary. And the only thing I can caution you is don't overbuy accessories. Sometimes they seem like a good idea, but once you get them, you find that they're not really that useful and they tend just to collect dust. So I'm going to take my Osmo Pocket out here so I can show you some of the accessories. Now with the launch of the Osmo Pocket, DJI did release some of its own accessories for it, and I'll just kind of show you them here right now. Basically, there's 3 items, and you can buy these individually or you can buy them together as a set. When you buy them together as a set, it's quite a bit cheaper. I'll just show you each one here quickly and what they do. This here is a scroll wheel. You have to remove your phone connector, and then it slides on in its place. It gives you some extra controls and a scroll wheel for the gimbal. Personally, this accessory I don't find all that useful. It's not something that I really use very much, but I know there are some people who just absolutely love it and they use it on a regular basis. The next item here is a wireless module. If you're going to get anything for your Osmo Pocket, this is one of the things that I do recommend. Now this thing does actually have a couple uses. First of all, when we attach it to the bottom, it gives you a wider base, so it makes your Osmo Pocket a little bit more stable if you're standing it up like that. But its big job is to transmit a wireless signal. That allows you to connect your Osmo Pocket to your Mimo app on your smartphone without having to physically connect it on. That can come in handy for a lot of different scenarios. Now DJI also released this at the same time. This is a mount for the Osmo Pocket. You can see here it gives you some finger mounts, some traditional GoPro finger mounts. You can see there it just clips on over the front like that. You still have access to all your buttons, and when it's installed you can still use your wireless module. You can see we now have the GoPro finger mounts on the back, so that makes attaching this to different things like handlebars on a bicycle, a helmet, or even just on an extension pole quite easy. Since we already have this on, let's take a look at this next accessory here. This here is a multi-purpose handle. You can see here it also acts as a little extension pole, and it also has a built-in tripod, and that's where this mount I showed you earlier comes in handy. It allows you to connect to things like this, different extension poles and tripods, very easily. Or if you're going to be doing any kind of vlogging and you just want to capture more of the environment around you. There's many different handles like this on the market, so whatever you can find that has the best price is probably your best bet. GoPro sells one called the GoPro Shorty. It's a nice little handle as well, except it is fairly pricey. Now the next thing I'm going to show you here is a power bank handle for your Osmo Pocket. This thing is really great if you're a power user. Basically there's a power bank built into this handle, so when you have your Osmo Pocket mounted in it, it'll keep it charged for quite a bit of time. This thing can keep your Osmo Pocket charged even while you're recording. That's great if you're going to be doing long extended time lapses. Installation is really simple. I don't know if you can see inside there, but basically there's a USB connector and it's going to plug into the bottom USB-C port on the Osmo Pocket. We just slide it in there like that and close the latch. Now not only does it keep your Osmo Pocket charged, it does give you a bit of an extension as well. It's actually got a nice rubberized grip on it, so if you find holding the Osmo Pocket a little bit hard, some people find it's almost a little too small to get a good grip grip on, this might be a good option for you as well. Gives you a nice handle to hold on to, and that rubber grip keeps it from slipping. When you're ready to charge up your Osmo Pocket, all you do is hit the power button there, and you can tell by that green light it's now charging. On the bottom of the unit, we do have another quarter 20, so you can actually connect this to a tripod as well. So definitely if you're a power user or you think you're going to be using your Osmo Pocket quite a bit, something like this is really a good idea. Now the next few things I'm going to show you here kind of work all together. The first here is a microphone adapter. If you're going to be using your Osmo Pocket for vlogging, or you're going to be doing a video with a lot of commentary, you might want to consider using an external microphone. The built-in microphone on the Osmo Pocket is actually pretty good, but if you want really pristine audio, using an external microphone is a must. Now you can't plug a microphone directly into the Osmo Pocket, so you do have to pick up this adapter first. Now unfortunately, the only one that does work with it is the one by DJI. It's a little pricey, but the third-party generic ones that you sometimes see on Amazon, they just don't work, so you don't want to waste your money on them. And this thing is actually pretty simple. All you do is plug it in, and that's it. It just will work. When you plug an external microphone into it, you don't have to go in and change any settings. The Osmo Pocket will recognize that a microphone's been plugged into it. It'll disable the onboard microphones and start using the external microphone. If you want just a very simple microphone to use with it, this one here is a good choice. It's by Saramonic. You can just plug it right directly into the bottom like that. You can angle it towards yourself, or if you're filming somebody else, you can spin it towards them. And just like that, you can get some nice audio on your Osmo Pocket. Now, if you want to use a larger or better quality microphone, you can actually attach one to the Osmo Pocket, and there's a couple different ways in which we can do it. So I'm going to remove our smartphone connector first. The simplest way to do it is using this part here, and it slides right into where the smartphone connector goes in. You can see when we put it in, it gives us a cold shoe at the side, and that's where we're going to connect a microphone. Now you don't have to use it, but if you also want to then connect it to an extension pole, you do have the GoPro finger mounts at the front there as well. So we can take a third-party microphone here. This is the Rode Video Micro. The Video Micro is a good versatile microphone. It's not too expensive. I use it on my GoPros, my Osmo Pocket. In fact, I'm using one right now to record this video. So it just slides into the cold shoe just like that. You can see we tighten it up, and you can angle it whichever way you want. If you're filming yourself, of course you would face it towards yourself. If you're going to be doing an interview, you would just flip it around and point it towards your subject. We would then take the cable that comes with it, plug it into the back of the microphone, and then into the microphone adapter. Alternatively, you can use something like the Rode Wireless Go. This gives you a lot more flexibility with your audio, especially if you're going to have your Osmo Pocket, say, on a tripod, and you're standing out in front and talking to it. Using a shotgun microphone like I just showed you isn't the best solution for that, because it's not going to pick you up if you're standing 15 to 20 feet away. In that case, using some kind of wireless microphone is your best bet. Rode sells this really nice microphone set called the Wireless Go. This unit here is the transmitter, and this unit here is the receiver. So what we would do is just attach the receiver to the Osmo Pocket, and then again we would just take our cable and connect it, just like that. Now this part here is the transmitter, and it has a built-in microphone. So now you would just go ahead and clip this to your shirt, and you can now have wireless audio. For the price, it works very well, and it gives you a lot more freedom when recording. So definitely if you're going to be vlogging with your Osmo Pocket, you do want to pick up a microphone adapter and some form of mount for connecting a microphone. There are many different ones on Amazon that you can purchase. This one happens to be my favorite just due to its simplicity. Now, one of the nice features of the Osmo Pocket is you can easily connect it to your smartphone. That gives you a few extra features when you're using the Mimo app, but it also gives you a bigger viewing area when you want to really see what you're filming with clarity. Sometimes the only problem is that connection is kind of a little sketchy. Some people are worried about it falling out or just putting extra stress on the port. If you go onto Amazon, there's all kinds of different options for mounting the two together and keeping everything secured. My favorite one is by PGY Tech. It's nice and compact and folds up when you're not using it, and it keeps everything nice and secure. As you can see here, it just clamps onto your phone. We can plug in our Osmo Pocket, and then we just line it up. You can see there it keeps the Osmo Pocket solidly connected to your smartphone. With it, we also have the added bonus of having a cold shoe at the top. So if you want to add an accessory like a light or the microphone here, like I've already shown you, it attaches to the top just like that. Then on the bottom there we have a quarter 20, so you can attach a handle, an extension pole, or a tripod. Now another thing you might want to consider, and again it depends on how and what you're going to be using your Osmo Pocket for, we got a couple different filters here. Here we have a wide angle filter. This is by Freewell Gear. And over here we have some ND filters. These ones here are by Polar Pro, but Freewell Gear makes a nice set as well. I'm not going to go into detail what ND filters are for, but if you're a person who is filming and you want to follow the 180-degree rule, they definitely are a necessity in order to achieve that. Installation is super easy. They just attach on magnetically to the front there. When you need to swap them out or take them off, it's quite a simple task. The next one here is a wide angle lens. I've actually reviewed this on my channel in the past. Installation of it is quite simple as well. It just connects to the front magnetically. This wide angle lens you can get on Amazon, but DJI just recently started selling it on their website as well. And not only that, they recently released a firmware update making using this wide angle lens a little bit easier. In the past, you had to boot up your Osmo Pocket first and then attach the lens, but with the new firmware update, you can actually put the lens on first and then boot it up. It's changed the way it calibrates itself when it starts up, so the lens no longer hits the body. So this is basically my everyday kit for the Osmo Pocket. Some really interesting gear in there, some stuff you might want to consider. Now before I go here, I do have two last items I want to show you that you might want to consider as well. The first one here is some waterproof housing. I've reviewed this in the past, so if you want to go see a demonstration of it, you can go back through some of my older videos. Basically, this allows you to take your Osmo Pocket underwater. When you put the Osmo Pocket inside, there is a special mode within the Osmo Pocket that you have to enable. It basically limits the movement of the gimbal, so your footage isn't going to be as smooth, but it still works quite well. And of course, if you're traveling, you can go underwater when you're snorkeling or scuba diving and get some interesting footage. And lastly, here is a charging case for the Osmo Pocket. This is one of those things that some people find handy and not everybody. I haven't really used it much since I've purchased it, but definitely if you're traveling and you're not going to be around traditional power and are unable to charge up your Osmo Pocket normally, something like this is a handy little way to do it. Plus it gives you a nice kind of hard shell case to keep your Osmo Pocket protected. There's a little button there on the side that opens up the unit. As you can see in the bottom there, it actually will store ND filters, and it will store the smartphone connectors that came with the Osmo Pocket. On the side there we have two grooves, and that's a great spot to hold memory cards. To install it, you got to remove your smartphone connector, and I don't know if you can see it there, but there's a little connector inside the case. It just plugs in there like that, and then you rotate it closed. And while your Osmo Pocket is stored inside, it's going to keep it charged up. So a lot of people find this case appealing, and they use it all the time to store their Osmo Pocket instead of the stock one that comes with it. So yeah, folks, that is my recommended gear for the DJI Osmo Pocket. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.